What's up, YouTube? I'm just driving to practice right now. So I want to tell you guys a quick story, personal story, and another story about a really close friend slash colleague of mine. He used to be my coach, actually. I'm not gonna say any names, but I think you guys might appreciate this. So the first story, some of you might already know. It's about myself, and it's about my personal battle with depression and anxiety. About a year and a half ago, I made the decision to step away from playing lacrosse professionally and at all, and really any sports at all, cold turkey, because of the day-to-day effects of concussions and the symptoms that manifested themselves as, in my case, both depression and anxiety, along with some other physical pain symptoms. Were things that I had never really fully confronted in my entire life. And it was a new experience for me to be open about having depression and anxiety. And, first and foremost with myself, I ended up talking about it publicly. But that's one of the reasons why I'm so profoundly affected by the breath work as a whole. And in particular, the calming effects of the Oxygen Advantage breath work, where, different than Wim Hof breathing, which I love, and I have a lot of interest in pursuing a certification with Wim Hof and learning more about that practice. But that is a once in a while thing, a couple times a week thing. It's not necessarily a daily practice to do the Wim Hof. Whereas the Oxygen Advantage teaches you how to breathe day in and day out. And when I first learned how to do that and what that meant to try to do that, because I'm not great at it, I'm getting better. Was when I was really depressed and anxious, and so it got me out of that, quite literally, the breath work itself. And so that's why it had such a profound impact on me. And then I just wanted to tell you another quick story, and this is true. This just happened recently. I referred a podcast, which I'll leave in the description, to a good friend of mine, a colleague. And this particular gentleman happens to be taking medication for both depression and anxiety. And he reached out to me about a couple weeks after I had sent him the podcast. And he DM'd me and said, "Hey man, that changed my life. That's awesome." And that meant the world to me to hear that. And but at the same time, a lot of people say stuff like that. They'll be like, "That changed my life," but did it? Did it really? And I believed him, but he had a follow-up comment which sealed the deal, which is he literally stopped taking his depression medication. No more depression meds. And he said he cut his anxiety medication to a quarter of what he was taking. Imagine that, just from learning about the breath. Anyway, thought you guys might appreciate that. Have a great day.